From the real-life terrors of a bear encounter to the possible images of a lost loved one. The scary side of TikTok is everything a horror fan could wish for. These 5 scary TikTok videos are just scratching the surface. Number 5. This video centers around an old photo of the user Jackie Brown. It was posted on January 7th, 2020, and has accrued over 340,000 views. The video is rather self-explanatory, but there's also very limited context to go on. Apparently, Jackie stumbled across an old photo. From what she shows the audience, it looks like the images of an old phone. It may have even been a snapshot from a computer's desktop. It's unclear what she was doing when she ran across the old photo, but something caught her eye. A very young Jackie sits in an office chair in front of her webcam, flashing a lovely smile. The door behind her is open, and that's where the disturbing figure that caught Jackie's eye stands. She zoomed into the background of the video to give as clear of a look as possible. The presence looks like the average person, as you can make out the details of its arms and legs. While it's difficult to see any defining features of the face, it's clearly the face of a person. It lingers in the background, peeking out, nearly behind the door. In a way, its stance is threatening. Jackie claims that no one was with her at the time of this photo, but she doesn't dive into the exact details of whether or not she was home alone. We think that it might be my grandma who passed away. By using the term we, she suggests that her family was also aware of the photo and worked with her to reach the previously mentioned conclusion. As for why she believed it was her grandma, it's unclear. Perhaps the figure resembles her in a way that we can't recognize, or maybe there's a specific feeling experienced by the family upon viewing the image. Jackie does mention in the video that if she gets enough likes, she'll post a video explaining more of the situation. As of right now, that video hasn't happened, but the comments section is overflowing with antsy viewers ready to buckle up for a wild and possibly eerie story time. Surprisingly, there are few skeptics commenting on the video, but there are a few theories as to what the image could be. So what do you think? Is it a ghost, a hoax, or something else entirely? Number 4. This video doesn't fall in line with the traditionally scary content on the TikTok app. There's no ghosts, mysterious objects, or creepy stalkers involved. Instead, it features the real-life horror of unexpectedly coming into contact with a wild, powerful animal. Most people living in regions containing bears have had their fair share of sightings and even run-ins. Some react without a care, and others are left shaking in their boots. In this case, user Lexi Claris was sent into a state of fear when 2 wild bears arrived at her bedroom window. The video, which was posted in June of 2019, has collected over 5 million views thanks to just how rare and unsettling the footage is. It shows Lexi sitting on her bed late one night with her window open. A pair of glowing eyes reflect the camera's flash, making this average bear look like a monstrous demon. Lexi immediately reacts by announcing that there's a bear sticking its head into the window, while keeping her tone at a whisper as to not startle the wild beast. Her voice and body tremble as she demands that one of the 2 guys in her room close the window. One of them are hiding off on the side, and although they try to sneak forward carefully, they voice concerns, and it becomes clear that they aren't intent on jumping into action, which is completely understandable because no one wants to be attacked by a bear. A second pair of glowing eyes peep into the window, and Lexi is thrown deeper into a state of dreadful fear. One bear leans into the room and tries to grab a duffel bag, but Lexi jumps to action. She throws a quick insult at the guys and quickly but carefully charges toward the window. She's delicate with her motions at first, but once her hands reach the top of the window, she slams it shut. So even though this video isn't a paranormal kind of scary, it's still terrifying. Even those that are bear experts or have worked with bears can agree that this was an unexpected encounter in such a small space such as this one, and it's a nightmare brought to life. Thankfully, Lexi and her friends were unharmed, and it's safe to assume that the bears eventually moved on. Number 3. If you have any interest in all things creepy and macabre, you more than likely are exposed to the world of creepypasta. So you know that many creepypasta stories and videos have been centered around children's shows. There are countless stories of Nickelodeon lost tapes, Disney cursed videos, and banned episodes that were too terrifying for kids. This video by TikTok user JC Willie would be a perfect source for a creepypasta or a lost tape edit. However, as far as we know, this footage wasn't actually edited at all. It was uploaded in October of 2019 and has racked over 79,000 views, which is honestly unequal to the compelling content. The in-video caption reads, "I just got woken up to this and I'm scared for my life." And the upload caption reads, "I got woken up to the loudest noise and then I hear this. Could someone explain?" The first portion of the video shows Jay in a dark room illuminated by his TV, staring at the screen with a baffled and unsettled expression. The noise that can be heard in the background sounds like a slow and distorted version of an otherwise chipper song. Jay reverses the camera and we can see that the TV is playing an episode of SpongeBob, a well-known and beloved children's show. Even though the video for the episode seems normal, it doesn't match the audio at all, and certainly doesn't feature anything you'd expect from a video with this soundtrack. However, the audio in combination with bright colors of the show is enough to twist your brain and induce fear. Jay states that he's terrified and shows his confused expression before flipping back to the TV. He begins to say, "I'm on Amazon Prime," but the video cuts off, likely due to limited recording time. To make matters worse, in the comments section, Jay explains that this ordeal occurred at 3 a.m., a time considered to be full of paranormal, demonic, and magical energy. Many viewers claimed that they had the same brand of TV, Vizio, and theirs frequently glitched out in a similar manner. However, other Vizio owners claim to have never had such a problem. Additionally, a few comments pointed out that the audio, distorted as it may be, still didn't sound like anything from a SpongeBob episode. In the footage, the characters are clearly seen talking, but the audio is distorted music with a clear melody. So even if this was the fault of the TV speaker, it doesn't make sense as to why entirely different audio would be used. This part of the problem could be an issue with Amazon streaming, but that would be too many coincidences in a row, and it's somehow more believable that something more sinister happened.
What is going on? This is terrifying. I'm on.
Number 2. While this footage wasn't originally filmed for TikTok, it was uploaded by a user named Erica to the app in December of 2019 and has gained over 3.7 million views. The video is a short clip collected from an outside surveillance camera on Erica's property. Although the image is grainy and dark, it's still easy to see what she's talking about when she points out that her camera may have captured footage of a ghostly figure walking by. The camera points toward a covered driveway and metal fence, probably to the side of the house. At first, it's just a boring shot of a regular night, until the lights shift and the background becomes darker. Just a second or two later, a white mass is seen moving forward from the bottom right corner. There's no clear shape to the white formation, but it seems to be about the same height as an average man. The entity floats by very slowly in front of the camera, lingering in place for a second before floating out of frame. According to the caption, Erica believes that this mysterious figure was the ghost of her dead father. It reads, "So my security picked this up tonight. My dad passed on November 26th, and I wonder if it's him. It looks like a ghost to me." It's easy to see why she would make this assumption, especially while still fresh in a state of mourning, and some viewers have commented that this is just the result of her imagination and desire to get her father back. Other viewers support Erica and deny the skeptic's arguments, stating that the figure does in fact resemble a vaguely shaped male, and certainly could be a ghost. The appearance and motion of the strange figure is starkly different from floating dust, a bug, or even the reflection of car headlights. Another aspect of the split opinions is whether or not this should be deemed as scary. A few people say that since it's likely her father was looking over her, there's no reason for anyone to be scared as his spirit seems gentle, while others explain that if this were real, then other ghostly entities can be real too, which opens up a new door of problems between the world of the living and the past. No matter what your opinion is, the footage is interesting and does set a slightly unnerving tone for those that fear the afterlife. Number 1. TikTok user Kayla runs an account with over 85,000 followers. Most of this attention has come from a series of videos she's shared relating to an apparent demon haunting her home. The first mention of this demon came in an upload from October of 2019. In this video, Kayla refers to the spirit as Demon Dave. Throughout the videos, Dave does everything you'd expect from a ghost, such as slamming doors, throwing objects, knocking on walls, destroying things, and even screaming. Despite the horror of being tormented by a spirit, Kayla seems to face the issue with a great sense of humor, and some videos even implied that she and her demon have become sarcastic best friends. Still, many viewers are terrified by the idea and urge Kayla to have the house exorcised and blessed. Most Demon Dave videos attract significant attention, but there's one upload in particular that's been labeled as the most unsettling so far. Uploaded in November of 2019, this clip has gained over 105,000 views. While that number may not seem impressive, the content of the video is mind-blowing. The footage begins with Kayla looking down in thought. The sound of creaking and knocking can be heard in the background as Kayla says, "I think Dave may have a friend." Once she flips the camera, you can see that the door near the hallway has been opened and closed on its own. Kayla gets up to inspect the area, and as she draws closer, the movements persist. She finally approaches the door as if she's going to step in, and it's slammed in her face. She turns on the hallway light to look inside the room, which we can now see is a bathroom. Inside the dark room, nothing can be seen but the door suddenly slamming on Kayla once again. The reason this particular video is considered more scary than some of the others is the fact that it shows just how powerful and determined the spirit may be. With energy strong enough to manipulate a door in the presence of a living being means that this entity could harm Kayla if it wanted to. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this narration, maybe consider checking out my personal channel at youtube.com/ty_knots. And if you like this video, be sure to click that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell to keep up to date with all of our future uploads.